Okay, so now that we've gotten some practice identifying our growth rate R and then using that to calculate B, our growth factor, we're going to take a look at a little bit more details about exponential functions, and then we're going to start writing or coming up with the equation for our exponential function and using it in a word problem. All right, so our exponential function has this form AB to the t, where B is always greater than 0. Okay? A is our initial value, or our starting value. B, our base, is the growth factor. We have B is equal to 1 plus R. R is the growth rate. And then if A is greater than 0, we're going to have exponential growth when B is bigger than 1 and R is bigger than 0. Okay, so we talked about that on the previous page, that if we're increasing, that R is positive, but if we're decreasing, that R is negative. Okay, so we get that exponential decay when R is less than 0. And when that happens, B is going to end up being between 0 and 1. Okay, B is never equal to 1. Put a little note there for that. Okay, so we're going to use this information to go ahead and read these word problems, find A, B, and R. So you've had practice finding R and B, so we'll add A. We'll write the equation and answer the question. All right, so you have inherited land that was purchased for $30,000 back in 1960. The value of the land increased by approximately 5% per year. Write a formula for the value Q of the land as a function of time t and the number of years since 1960. Okay, so we'll write that function and then we're going to answer the question, what is the approximate value of the land in the year 2020? Right, so let's start by identifying R, because that's what we have practiced doing already. So you see that it's increasing by about 5%. So we know it's going to be positive, and that 5% is 0.05. And to calculate B, B is 1 plus R, so I get 1 plus 0.05, which gives me 1.05. And then A is my initial value, or my starting amount. And it says that the land was purchased in 1960 for $30,000. So that would be our starting value. That's our A. Okay, so that means our equation here is Q is equal to AB to the T. So Q is 30,000. And then times B, which is 1.05 raised to the T. Okay, and then if I want to know what the value of the land is approximately in 2020, what I need to do is figure out how many years there are between 1960 and 2020. So that is 60 years there. So I'm going to plug 60 in for T. So F of 60 is 30,000 times 1.05 raised to the 60th power. And if we put that in our calculator, that's going to come out to be approximately $560,000, $375.58. Okay, so that's in 60 years, your land went from $30,000 to $560,000. All right, and we will come back, and I'm going to have you try these other ones on your own in just a minute.